Alright, welcome back. So I was actually watching back through some of my videos, and I noticed that I actually tend to ramble quite a bit, which is definitely unintentional, but just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to offer my raw, unfiltered thoughts through these videos, which means that I just take a few bullet points and I don't really use any AI bullcrap to make my scripts cohesive or anything, because I just want to use my brain. But anyway, today I want to talk about potentially my greatest struggle, life balance. There's a lot I can say about this, so I might not get to everything, but this might be the most important video that I make, especially if I decide to come back 5 or 10 years down the road to reevaluate my life and see how far I've come. So, without a doubt, time is the most valuable resource in existence. Everything comes down to it. And I touched a little bit on this in my previous video where I discussed not wasting your time on social media by mindlessly scrolling your 20s away. That said, I think there's a lot more to proper time management than just thinking about mindlessly consuming slop. It's also about having a proper life balance and really enjoying your time and making the most of it. So as I've gone through university and I've really begun to take my career seriously, I've really started to notice how fast time has gone by. Now I'm as far away from high school graduation as I was when I first started in grade 10. And I'm Canadian, by the way, so grade 10 is when you start high school. And as time has gone by, I've watched my family grow older, whether that's, my parents, my grandparents, my guardians, or my younger siblings. They're all getting older. They aren't getting younger. For some, time is running out, and for others, well, they're finding their own lives, and consequently, they're going to begin to drift away from me. Either way, time is ticking on these valuable relationships, and before I know it, I'm going to be alone, unless I can start my own family or at least stay in touch with my friends. But since high school, my friends and I have generally drifted apart. I mean, I'm grateful that we still hang out once in a while, and when we do, things get pretty wild and it's like we never just had a 3-month gap between even talking. But still, some have chosen education separate to mine, and others have, I think unfortunately, have taken an indefinite gap year. And honestly, I feel bad for those friends because they're wasting their best years by playing video games and working at McDonald's instead of hustling for a better future. And regarding relationships, like dating, as I mentioned in the last video, I have an atrocious dating life. So I'm going to reserve an entire video for this topic, so I'm just going to stick with the high-level ideas here. But generally, I've had no luck. I had one relationship for a year when I was 12, but ever since, I've tried online dating, the cold approach, which, let me tell you, is a terrible idea, warm approaches, basically any tactic on people I felt attracted to. But generally, I've had no luck, and for now, my dating life is dead. And I'm okay with it being dead because I don't want to waste my precious time chasing sweet nothings when I can instead invest my time in genuine value-adding things. And that kind of gets me to my problem. What first got me thinking about this was my final exams for this winter semester, where I found myself studying for 6 to 10 hours a day, every day, for 3 weeks straight. It was exhausting, it was demoralizing, and honestly, I hate finals so fucking much. But that's besides the point. What I realized was I had no balance. I dedicated my time solely to a singular thing. And this wasn't the first time I've done that. I mean, in past internships I've worked at, I've also dedicated myself solely to that singular thing. I think I have obsessive tendencies or something because once I have a focus, I can't think about anything else. It comes in phases. At one time, it might be work and working overtime. At another, it might be school and grinding homework during all of my working hours. At another, it might be obsessing about the stock market. And recently, it was final exams. During these phases, nothing else matters. I neglect my family, my friends, my hobbies, the gym, fitness, whatever. I lose balance. And as I'm just about to start this new internship alongside a research job, meaning I'm going to be working about 50-hour work weeks, I think this problem isn't going to go away. I think it's actually going to get way worse. But honestly, on one hand, you can say that I'm actually cooking with my career. Like, I'm guaranteed to be successful with this amount of momentum. Some people have said that to me. I've had people come up to me and express insane amounts of envy or respect toward my dedication to my career. They would ask me for advice on how to succeed, or how to get the jobs that I have. Or they would express respect for the amount of time that I dedicate towards my studies. But as someone living it, all I can feel is a kind of sadness for all the sacrifices I'm making. There's no time for me, no time for my family, no time for my friends. I have no time to develop my social life. And I think these aspects would truly make me more happy. But I just don't have an opportunity to develop them more. But what I will say is that maybe I don't want to develop them. Because on some level, deep down, I think that maybe I'm just looking for any excuse to fill this social life hole in my soul with anything else. I think I look to work to fill that emptiness because I'm just too afraid to confront it. And yeah, I feel extremely lonely at times. And the only thing that fills these gaps is my academic and career achievements, but those are only short-lived. But anyway, I'm not really sure what to think. It's hard to strike a balance because I want to achieve career success more than anything else, but it just seems to be costing me literally everything I have. I don't know. I have no advice to share in this video, so if you have any advice or thoughts, I would seriously love to hear it. Like I said earlier, this video is important and I want to return to this topic in the future to see if I have solved any of these issues or feel better about myself. But until then, all I can do is try to just live in the moment, be mindful, and be present with the people that I care about. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Until next time.